to make this recording. We have a few things I want to talk to you about. And first of all, I want you to see the color of the suitcase that I am carrying. Okay, it's the color of the bulletproof vest that Harry was wearing when he was shot by Marco. Okay, so I've been trying to steal the suitcase, and then I just been telling him, now, I was told to get the blue suitcase. I've had a blue suitcase before, and they stole the suitcase in Athens, and I put it in the police and called here. And the roll bag, they were trying to kill us for it. And I hadn't remembered about what happened to Harry or any of those things. And then, so now, I'm telling you that's one reason too why we have the blue suitcase. And so, also, now, this morning several things happened. Okay, we tell the truth, all right? So we've told you the truth, okay? And you see the green coat they tried to steal it from. I've been wearing a green coat for a long time. They tried to steal that green coat, and so when they did that, Mr. Sid, you see all the green in the picture. The pictures are old, okay, and you see they're photoshopped, Mr. Sid, and so he just want to tell you that too, and because Harry was murdered by Marco, and she came to try to kill us, when after when she heard Harry, she was going to try to lie about it and be with Harry, and then try to kill everybody else too, Mr. Sid. She wanted to be in the place of Auntie Emma, Queen Elizabeth, because they wanted to take all of our places, to take all of our things. So just to tell you, to somebody in the background is obviously helping them, and doing bad things. But they did terrible things. But we want to tell you that I'm outside our house, and there's somebody that's whistling, and somebody's not in our area, and they're doing stuff, and we're not going to take that. So that's just mention too. It's not right what they do. I don't bother anybody when on the phone. I don't try to talk to anybody or bother them when they're talking to their people. I go away from them. And if it's on the phone, I say, well, wait till you finish talking. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure they're doing. I'm going to post this anyway, and so you can watch the people that are doing things. Obviously, doing something to try to hurt us. So I want to let you know that too, because I don't know who that is. They wouldn't do that. They could call somebody and say that they were whistling behind in the background. You could hear them. They could sit and try to do stuff with us. But I have to post this. I'm letting you know that people that are trying to interfere, they're doing stuff with us, and it's not correct. Okay, so now we're just going to let you know that too. But the blue suitcase also, that's a police station. Bulletproof vest. See the blue that we showed you. Okay, so we told you here it's the police. And they're trying to catch Marco, and that's the color that he was wearing. Okay, they were trying to do something to me this morning. It took me hours to get to the bathroom. It seemed like I was attacked last night by the detector runner. Okay, he's the one that empties the trash. I own part of John Deere, and he came outside the other day and he tried to run me over, playing chicken with the tractor. I'm outside the train station, but there were too many people. He couldn't nick me with it or anything. That would hurt. So this morning he tried with the woman that ran me down with the squeegee. Every time I turn around, she got the squeegee machine back. Every time I turn around, she's behind me and trying to run me. I was real close to me. That's what me before. I went to walk away, and when I went to walk away, she ran up on me with the squeegee machine. I turned around and she was on top of me. But there were some women that saw, instead of them saying something that looked like Madonna type women, they ran inside the parking deck with the elevator, telling me that the woman was trying to run me over. I started running. I went to move. I turned around, and the woman was on top of me. I turned around this morning. She was trying to run up on me. People saw. So, and we don't like crooks. I don't want crooks, all right? Anybody would try to help them and try to say I was stupid or try to do anything. So, to these people, they were attacking me. When she saw that angel video, she started attacking me even more. But they came to try to hurt us. It's abnormal for them to attack. And they were trying to, and the two things they've done, they're not from here. Then there are people that are from here that don't act, the real crooks don't act like that. So we know what God told us, that the people, there will be, everybody here in the end would be mostly Jewish, and we know that money comes from God, and that's the reason why they would just come out and be good, and there are things people have to do, but you think it's too, like about Teshuvah, so and to be washed and cleansed, like God says in the book of Daniel. So that's something that we know. We believe our God. But people are attacking them, things they're not ours. They're not normal. They tried to take the place of the people here. We will believe what God says. Even though there might be a lot of people, here, the people that'll be will be Jewish. Just like there's not going to be a lot of people after all the bad people are gone, because the number of the good are small compared to the number of wicked. So just make it too. Everybody knows that God says that. So okay, so now yesterday, I was sitting in front of the school by the manor, obviously different school, and I thought it might have been some American trying to pose himself as a kid. He ran by and tried to pull off my crowns that we have. It's just, that I have on my head, that we have on my head, and the new stuff that actually from my little girl that they brought from China. But he couldn't get it off, and he ran up the street. Then he turned around. I saw a white dude, and he turned around, and he came back and went into the school. But he's wearing something, a green jacket or something. But I saw him motion to the girls, so-called girls, sitting on the desk and on the seat. Just no, and I just knew it had to be the person. And the one girl, I saw gray come out of her hair. I just know that those girls were from a long time. And so a time ago, obviously, Apostle Charles, I have a vague memory of those. They took thought, so so just let me get to it. Not normal, because they did that. But the professor told me in other schools there, some of these people are not kids, and they're not real. And so, he told me that before. Maybe it's another professor, or maybe the same class of professors inside the school, but we know that some of the people that came, they posed as children, but they were really old, like the Leah and the breast implanted one that pretends to sing, pretends to be a woman and sings. They were really old, we pretend to be little kids. And the shots and everything that they take, help them. So I have a big memory of the one that was trying to steal. I heard him talking, and they sat down, and then the person came and ran by and tried to pull off my crown, and they just didn't. And I said, I just know you have something to do with that. So I have big memory of the one. I want to tell you that. And so then we talked about my name, I told you what I named after Jerusalem in the Bible, and where, just one part about where that is, what we told you. They were trying to start something with the Negroes, and with the tractor this morning. The tractor man was starting that stuff. Like last night, he saw me when we posted that, and there's another religion that too, trying to steal money, trying to steal identity, trying to steal again about the love of TV, trying to take the people that are not from here. So when I tried to go inside the station, the tractor person was arresting me, and I said, please stop bothering me, leave me alone. Then the crooked guard tells me to shut up and get out. We own the Securitas. We own part of the company's large person. Securitas, Protect Us, G4S, the same company. We own all of that, okay? So the guards that are attacking, I don't want them. But we're not going to keep them. It's terrible thing. The guard told me, I saw him at another location. He was getting smart, trying to do things. So they find out about my name. They knew that, and they see that last night. They try to do stuff this morning. The guard watched the tractor worker, the cleaner, squeak water on me, go all around me in a circle with his broom, harass me, tell me to shut up. Security phone call, security, my own personal voicemail, my own personal, my husband, shabby, my own personal voicemail at the Israeli embassy. There's guards that listened, and the calls recorded. They heard the man attacking me, calling me names. The guard that was the security guard who told me to station, shut up. He was watching. He just stood there and watched the man attack me like that. And they said, didn't do anything. And I had to call the other police, and I told them what had happened. There was a woman that came to a Leah woman. She was going to try to attack me. I know she had something. Hit me in the face with a purse. She had something. She had a weapon or something. And a woman told her that, somebody said, you're really stupid. They were attacking me. Somebody said, and then the woman backed off. They were trying to run away with that. They said, run away with my bag and try to steal things. And I'm trying to attack me. The guard, the crooked guard, the worker, the detective, because all that happened last night. And then this morning when I was going to the bathroom, it took me like about a half an hour to go to the bathroom. All of them were involved. Both bathroom attendants and the tractor person and the woman that drives a squeaker. And they lied, basically. The bathroom man, we turn around. Why are you standing so close to me behind me? The other one was like that too. They're not going to stand up close to behind me because when I'm in the bathroom or when else can see me. My dad said, in the public bathroom, the kidnappers took me down and they killed the bathroom attendant. She was trying to rescue me. But these are different. They try to attack me in the bathroom. So, okay, the ones I'm mentioning to you. And they harass with everybody else. And they think I don't remember any of them. The ones that I do remember, I do remember one from the morning. And I remember the things that they did. She was from a long time ago. And she's not where she says she's from. So all these things are things that the security knows. But so they were all doing that this morning. And so then when I finally got to the Negroes to try to get something for the birds and for me to eat for breakfast, we had a little bit of money. They started attacking. I talked to them a little bit. Okay, then I get ready to get up and leave. They called security. The crooked security guards that we don't want. So and I'm going out the door to leave. I'm like, I'm leaving when I'm going out the door. They stand in front of me, trying to keep me from leaving, trying to escalate. I had to put up my fist, get away from me like that. I got bus money in my hand. Where am I going? I'm not going out the door. And then I turned around, my suitcase was gone. The one that touched my suitcase. And that's why, they've been trying to put it, that's why I told you about the color certificate. It also symbolizes, it shows that Harry Van bulletproof vest this color, okay, but that's a police issue. I told him, you keep that the suitcase is also the color of Harry's bulletproof vest because Marco killed him. It's a different that too, because it was a police issue, and we know that Marco killed Harry. She came to try to kill Queen Elizabeth, and she was going to do it. She had confessed what she came to try to do to us, and she was executed. They tell these lies, these people. They just said, the 1st of August is a day when they talk about trying to kill us all. Queen Elizabeth, Bobby did not like the fact that they were trying to kill us. She's also a Habsburg, really Habsburg. Our beloved Rothschild family members. Abaddon, the nephews of the Habsburg. That's out of the Habsburg. That's how our blood relative, Rothschild, became the king of Switzerland, because he made it. He was, and also the nephews, and sons, because he was something to make these closer, and so that's why he was king of Switzerland. His wife, who hangs in the train station, she's by the pharmacy, they attacked her too. They did too, and they killed her. We told you what that woman did, what she did, and what happened. So, the Habsburg is Jewish. Habsburg, Glucksburg, Sonderburg, Beck, there's just Zuckerberg, it's the same family. We're Jewish, okay? So basically, so she didn't like the none of us like the fact that Abaddon, the Sikh, Otto von Habsburg like that. He's Jewish, but we're in the line of succession. He made us, everybody knew we'd be king and queen. Me and my brother could speak, that's how it's called line of succession, because they knew that we had the blessing from God and we're Judah. So then let's say short, that first national day, nobody goes to that if they're Swiss, because they know that it's anti-Swiss. And basically it's anti any of us. The people who don't know about it, they go, or don't care. I think they do know, and they just go because they're trying to be funny. They just want to get to. So, she didn't like that either. She said she was a Habsburg when she came. When I found out what they were, and everybody knew what they were trying to do. Obviously, out of the Habsburg. He died. He was old, but he died during the kidnap abduction. He was trying to rescue me, and then Pastor Charles hit him in the head, and that's how he died. Not how they said. Pastor Charles killed him when the kidnappers. They told me later he had died. Then they tell me things later. But he died from injury that Pastor Charles did to him. Homo and Pastor Charles, that was a Nazi with all the other people, you see that try to take our things. That's what they did it too. So, and the man was on the Hank film, Teresa and I was on the Hank film. All those women, and with the Pastor Charles, with that difference in remarks, everybody saw that too. What was wrong with him? Everybody saw. The film was the Hank. And Teresa had a male genital. Everybody saw that too. And Jenna, she was also strange, but that's Bush's wife. Really, that was Bush's wife. So everybody saw those things, and what they did at the end. Their children are listening, but we can write it a certain way where the parents may be able to tell you that it's just wrong, and maybe later tell you. I don't really know but you're only supposed to tell your children good things, and the things that we're telling you that the bad people did is bad. Jenna also was like a man woman. It was really wrong. So when we took the film to the Hague, they were attacking us. They had killed our rabbi, and we put cameras in there. We had to call SWAT team, and we got that film into the Hague. They're always trying to steal this film, always trying to kill us, but they know they're done. They don't come to our hotel we own. They don't come by synagogue. Our people, we own the hotel, and our people who are Jewish will come and stay in the hotel. So just when they came in and tried to attack, they thought Charles Manson was in those on that film. He was on the film with all of those. So we just want to tell you that too. Okay, so that man attacked my husband's mother, attacked me, attacked Princess Layla. She was the only birth daughter of Hassan who was Jewish. That's the Star of Solomon on the flag. King Solomon. So he had the Star of Solomon on his flag. That's why it's an annex of our kingdom. He didn't have any birth son, and he adopted me and his daughter. And my blood's conditioned, and I are his blood, niece and nephew, and Shabby and I are husband and wife and have them, and will be for eternity, and we're king and queen, and his birth daughter was married to the Prince Philip of Belgium, and he was the first Arab queen, but they were both, she had a public wedding, and that thing attacked her too, and so basically, she died in the kingdom of Belgium, and so did her husband, Prince Philip of Belgium. They were Jewish. The Catholics would stand there. He did so, and also King Albert was captured by the Nazis. He couldn't stand the Nazis. Traumatized by it. He just stand up. I can't stand the Nazis. He was like that. He was like that. They died in kidnap abduction. and they're trying to rescue me. So and trying to rescue her, so that's we're going to do that too. And so now so she saw it too, and she told us they attacked her in her palace. This is it, and I'm just going to have the public when they died before they can have that. So we just went to that too. And the pictures you see us club, he was really handsome. You don't see the real pictures there. You did at one time, they took him away. But he was a really handsome man. They made a nice couple. And so, okay, so we just try that too. Okay, so thunderings yesterday. There were thunderings last night. And God said, okay. He said, now you got. Now sit down and just be quiet because there's going to be more things. Obviously, something's going to happen. You know, and plus to listen. So that means that me and my beloved to be, and all our beloved our family, we got. We live for eternity. This is true. And this is what God said. People are trying to make up, we got to think the beautiful place that God did to us. And people said that, I have my husband for all 10 years. He's only my husband, for I'm my beloved, and my husband, shabby. For I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. My beloved is people said the people. The beloved is like the eternity. Okay, so, and so, also God said the thunder, they're just trying to make you, trying to make a fake, but they're a fake, they'll never do that again, they'll never try to do that again. And then we told you about the word the Jews. I'm named the Jews in the whole entire Bible. All the Jews, I'm named the Jerusalem. That's me. My name. I'm the person on all entire planet with their name. I'm also, my name is also Zion. I told you that. And so and so that's the part we're telling you about, and how the attackers were attacking me. The attacker attacked me like that. They said that what am I attacking everybody? Everybody's flooded in my hate film. And so what that man looked like? It's not a man. And so we want to tell you that too. And so I'm actually who I say I am. I'm actually a queen, and everybody was trying to attack you. They didn't know that? They were trying to steal my identity and trying to take things? Of course they knew I was really real. They wouldn't have done that if they didn't think I was real. And they're really sick. And a name is very important to a person. It's something beautiful. And I've been named that. I'm talking about the little girl. My family says you're Ricky, your name is Jerusalem. And she kept attacking me like that, verbally and doing things. She might even hit on me and just stuff like that. And I told her, I said, you can't tell people your name, they'll try to do something to you. And I tried to kill you. I said, when I grow up, I'm going to tell everybody my name, which is what I'm doing. My name is longer than that, but I'm telling you because I'm showing you where it came from and why I'm a royal. And I'm a royal. I'm not saying we're from the tribe of Judah. I married my first cousin, who's my beloved son, who makes us weak, all for all eternity. And we don't make up our family, and this is our family. And we're the tribe of Judah. We're the tribe of Judah, and this is it. And we know all of our tribes, and we're the first visible king and queen. People are trying to talk over me. I'm trying to talk to you. Not right what they do. For the first, it's not right what they do. These are terrible people that have voice for themselves. We don't want to hear from them. Do you think it's wrong that they do that? I'm sure it's wrong. I'm sure that they're pretty wrongdoing, which is Amalekite. It's wrong. So we don't want to hear from them. It's close to the police. So they're attacking me. You see that like that? Everyone knows that they don't care. So that's why it's the end of time for all bad things. There's something wrong with that. So now they try to break the train of thought that people are talking to, and they do terrible things. These are people that are not nice. They're really not nice what they do. So, I'm trying to say with the tribe of Judah, everybody knows that. And, they tell you that we're the richest tribe on the planet. And we're also the king and queen of England. And all the places that we told you. And we're the king and queen of Israel. And that is part of my name. My name is longer than that. This is it. And it's beautiful. And all of my name is holy. And all of it is good. My beloved King has a long name too. And all of his name is holy. And all his name is good. And we're good people. We are Jews. We don't worship idols or anything else like that. We don't do things like that. We don't do bad things. We're not going to succumb and lower ourselves. We're not going to lower ourselves to bad things. We will never, ever, was anything about our beloved God alone. This is it. So we're just telling you that. We live for all eternity. We're not the ones that don't live. People do other things, they're not going to live. And so we just want to tell that too. And people are asking me, we know that the people do things in the hospital and obviously the people, if it's done in the hospital when your baby is born, like a little boy or whatever, there's a way that the rabbis, they're not going to be trying to talk to me like that on the street. They know they can look at the internet, right? Okay, so I don't want strange men talking down the street about things that they can look up on the internet. That's really wrong. What they don't need to talk to me, and if there's something wrong, try to talk to me. Symbolically, we told you, if you don't have that, and it was done in a hospital, that they draw blood anyway. And we know people try to hurt us, so they're not going to do that. You're bothering somebody. I'm Shabby's wife. You're not going to talk to me like that. Don't ask me. You have internet. You look at the stuff we write, you do other stuff. And you can talk to a rabbi on the internet. So basically, so please don't talk to me about that. That's the thing that we know. We go to Brit Milas, so we know that much. And females have male babies, and so basically, but that's different. That's done after birth. And basically, but if you're grown and you have to do this, you know, and you're allowed to, you have to let everything wait to get to that part, so they can know that they can do that. And we know you won't do it if you're not real. If you're worshiping other things, you won't do it. And these are criminal people that are out here talking to man. I might know if it's a man and a woman that's arrested me about a foreign thing that we do not accept. That's not our God that does the thing. It goes around, it does all kinds of bad things, takes anything dirty and filthy. We're not that. So this man, I don't know this, but I know that they're wrong, but they're attacking me. I'm trying to talk to you. They're dirty and they're filthy. And what they believe is a demon and a devil. And the people that are attacking believe that. The man we're talking about, the devil man, and all people that they want to worship them. They believe that thing they're talking. Those are Satan's people they're attacking. They told us that Satan's people are attacking. God told us and the angels told us. Okay, so that's not our God. It's not our God. They think they can sit on the throne of God. They're just Satan trying to sit on the throne of God again. The people that you see are attacking. So we just want to talk to you as soon as we can later, but we want to tell you these things today. So basically,